stones are small, and so this work that they did here is it's just remarkable. Now this actually is great. To me, this makes me excited when I see the electricity being installed. That's not a real feature of the house though, but the work they did on this stone is, they cleaned it, they re-put the thing. I don't know if you remember what this looked like before, but it was basically mud and stone, and now it's just a beautiful wall. Part of me thinks we should have done the whole thing like this, the backside of the stone, but anyway. I have an obsession with blots. This old blot to me represents the old Levant, and I don't know why. Maybe the association isn't the right one to make, but to me it does represent that. And so I spent hours and hours and hours looking at blots, buying the blot meaning tile in Arabic, looking at the blot, trying to pick out the right blot, trying to figure out how I want to arrange the blots. And here's my first jab at it. And the idea is to use just like a carpet in the middle, and then put wood or another kind of plain tile or stone around it. But I think the notion that this tile has become important in a way is that I think this tile represents an older Levant, an older Middle East, and we're losing that older Middle East. Middle East that it's somewhat nostalgia, but I think nevertheless it represented a certain tolerance, a certain secularism, a certain kind of liberal notion, a respect of diversity, and we are losing that these days, and especially in Lebanon. I think in southern Lebanon, I mean, let's face it, this town is dying, and with the death of the town is a loss of some of the diversity that southern Lebanon used to represent. This house, at one level, this house is a stand against loss. It's a stand against that kind of loss, and it's a futile gesture. I'm sure it's so small it's insignificant. But I think if this tile represents an older notion of the Levant, the Middle East, then by putting it in this house, I keep a part of that older Middle East. I keep a part of that older Levant alive. And if we have this notion or this idea that the house is living, here's something that brings even more life to it. So here's all my tile that I spent too much money on. There's about 5 designs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each has a little bit. This is my favorite design and my favorite color, both the red and gold. And so I'm going to put 2 different designs, this design and that design, in the main big room, and then this will be in the dining room. I think this is going to be the bedroom, and that one I don't know yet. But I might put that on a porch or something. This is just spectacular. Some of the prettiest tiles I've ever seen, and this is beautiful too. This is same kind of color arrangement, not as much blue, just red and gray, but they look nice together, the 2 colors. This, if you lose this piece, you've lost the tile, so we're going to have to fix that somehow. And this one too, right there. Because these are the corner pieces, and you've got to have the corner. If you don't have the corners, you don't have a border. So, let's see.